Hi, it's 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One, and today I'm bringing you the longest fight I have ever been involved in, and that includes any of the fights I've had in Corvettes. I've had to speed this footage up because it's so long. Basically, SpareRation decided to take the piss and attack me when he was already weakened and I had no shield cell banks left. He then didn't want to lose because he doesn't want to lose to me, because he knows he's much better than me, and losing to a Gimballed scrub like me, you know, it's beneath him. But I don't want to lose either, because he's coming at me weakened, and I know he's coming at me weakened, and I notice he didn't bank throughout the entire fight. So we end up in this situation where I spaff a load of my ammo to keep him dragged. He does a lot of reverse skiing. It's a dirty fight, it's a long drawn out fight, it gets really messy, it's a crazy one, and it was between two people who really didn't want to lose this one. You know, I only stood a chance in this fight because SpareRation's coming at me weakened and with no shield cell banks, but I'm not gonna, you know, roll over and die for him. So this was a tough fight, and it was a fun, enjoyable encounter. Good sportsmanship on both sides. Ration is a really good dude. I've flown with Ration loads, and he's decided he wants to be lawful for a while, so I presume I'm not going to be flying with him very often. I'm probably just going to be shooting at him, but you know, each to their own. I'm still happily being a scuzzy space pirate. Now, I was over here looking for revenge on a guy that chased me out when I was in my Cobra Mark IV, which I featured in a different video, and I was looking to get revenge on him when SpareRation pulled me and I had this massively long protracted fight. I'm actually going to, at the end of this fight, show you the conversation between me and Ration. It was all GG's, it was all good fun, and that's the guy I was looking for, who's just messaged me then, because he was asking me advice about stealth ships, because he noticed I used a stealth Cobra when pirating. So, you know, I'm gonna not talk over all of this video because it is an incredibly long fight, an incredibly long video. But what I am going to talk about briefly is Ration's PvP event. I've put it in my community feed, there's a flyer in there, and I'm also highlighting it here. Ration is running a PvP tournament. He wants as many people from as many factions as possible to attend. So whether you be a PvP noob or a PvP master, think about going along. It's a bit of fun. It'll be a Saturday. I'm at the moment, I am 50-50 because I work half the Saturdays of the year with my shift rotation, and I don't know if that's when I'm working yet. I haven't worked out my shifts that far in advance. So I'm fingers crossed I'll be able to make it along and there'll be some representation for the Dark Marauders. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try my best to get some representation of the Dark Marauders. We are, after all, not PvPers, we're pirates. Our gameplay is completely different from the PvP community. We certainly wouldn't stand a chance in a sweaty PvP tournament because we're not PvPers. I spend more time in a Type 9 and a Type 7 in my week than I do in a combat ship, and I spend a lot more time in a Cobra Mark IV with no shields doing piracy than I do in a PvP ship. I am by nature not a PvPer, but I am happy to come along and be target practice for those that are PvP, just to hang out and be part of that community, because generally Ration's a lovely dude and I'm really happy to support his event. He's always been a really good dude. I've always enjoyed fighting with him and enjoyed fighting against him, though this reverse ski is dirty, and this is a lot of reverse ski. He actually, I think, wanted me to put this in a video because he reverse skis so much, and I had no choice but to just keep hunting it down, taking the blows to the face. It's a fun fight. It goes on and on and on. But I've left you with the speeded up footage, and like I say, I'm going to be back at the end of this video to show you some of the comments between the two of us and a bit of fun. So enjoy the fight. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll be back in a bit. My god, is this fight still going on. I have never synth so much ammo. I don't have to do a primo check at the end of this fight because you've seen me synth it all. It's absolutely ludicrous. I was just desperately firing long range, spaffing ammo to try and keep him dragged. That's my big advantage. There's a reason why drag ammunition is banned from PvP events, because it basically turns that FDL into a Mamba, and the PvP community hate that. The reason they fly FDLs is because of their flight mode and their maneuverability. But anyway, that is the end of this fight, would you believe? Finally. Once I realise he's jumping, I'm like, weapons away, job done. I'm not going to try and confirm kills, I'm not worried about that. Just not dying was the benefit. Ration did try to nuke my power plant, but unfortunately for him, it's a B-rated, armoured, double-brazed, weighty power plant. You got it down to 85%. This ship is actually quite good against module damage. It's one of the advantages of being the absolute B-rated tank that it is. But Ration's a cool dude. It was a great fight. Like I said, if he had a Banks, if it had come in fully fit, he wins this fight every time. He is so much better than me at PvP. He's not like top small percentage of like god PvPers, but he's in that next bracket below. The damn good PvPers that play all the time and are getting up to the top level. There's not much difference. He's also been training with B-Great or B-Bait lately, getting a lot of tips from him, who's one of the best trainers on PC. As you can see, I finally replied to Lewis Michael's comment about stealth ships. He asked why we use stealth ships, and I said it's basically because it doesn't scare off the clientele when you're pirating. But me and Ration had a long conversation on text, then we had a long conversation in party, and I'll spare Ration's blushes and give you the text conversation rather than the party conversation. I know nobody likes listening to their own voice. Even I don't. I've been doing this for years and I still hate hearing my own voice. The worst thing is when I'm in party chat and someone's watching one of my videos and I hear my own voice on someone else's microphone. It's that's horrible. I hate it. I just sound really weird and not like I do in my head, which doesn't help, especially when you try and do impressions. They never sound the same as what they sound like in your head. But yeah, an amazing fight, really fun fight. If Ration has Banks, he wins this every time, and he doesn't have to resort to these dirty tactics of trying to stay away from me. He knows this ship. He's flown with me while I've been in this ship before now. He's seen this ship come in like a wrecking ball and smash into people, so he's fully aware that with no Banks, he had to stay away from it and try and just keep drawing the fight out. But the drag stopped him slipping behind me and doing what he wants to do, and it is a very strong ship. It takes a kick in, and like I say in this comment, she can lead with her chin. She can take a blow to give a blow. It's the perfect ship for a complete idiot like me. I'm not going to beat the best PvPers in the game in this ship, and I wouldn't beat Ration if he hadn't come into this fight weak. But I'm going to beat an awful lot of commanders in this ship, and I have a chance of beating someone much better than me in this ship if I catch them with a I'll learn to speak in a bit. Pip check ram, say that 3 times fast, or I catch them overheating, because to munch through the shields I have on this thing takes an awful lot of time, an inordinate amount of time. It is an absolute tank of a ship, and it's perfect for me with how bad I am at flying. It works really, really well. And I must admit, when I'm 1-4-1 with my pips and flying loose and free, I do actually enjoy flying it. I do like the Mamba. There's a reason I have 3 of them, 2 tough ones and 1 super fast one. It's a fun ship and it is an enjoyable ship. I still don't recommend this build to people. My second Mamba, I'll probably do a build video about that sometime, because that's more of a balanced build and works really, really well. But anyway, that's all for this video. I'm just going to literally show you something interesting, which is my shields with and without the boosters switched on, because I never do this. There we go, that's my shields with the boosters switched off. And now let's switch all the boosters on, which is, yeah, as you can see, quite a lot. They are all heavy duty because of the weight. There's no resistances. It is absolutely shocking how bad the resistances are on this thing. But there we go. I just thought it was interesting. This is a build to fight Plasmax only, really. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching.